welcome to Narrowboat that James built. Hope you're well, thanks for joining me.
Today is moving day and we are moving in that direction. So I've got to turn Project 58 around, but actually I think I might leave her here for a bit and just take up slow patrol. Got a 4-hour cruise, 5 locks to do, but I can't tie the boats together because I can't fit them both through all the locks, which is rather annoying. So one at a time. Quick pit stop here at the water point in Berkhamsted, which is slightly annoying because the only bollard here, you can't actually get a rope around. So we either tie to a tree, if you've got a long enough centre line to get round it, or some people have tied to the post, but you'll see what's happened to that. So I'm opting for the tree. I've got a completely empty tank and this is a really slow water point. So I'll be here for some time. Well, the heavens opened, but I managed to get both boats up here, and now I can crack on with battening that hatch and other bits. Right, so this is the hatch I need to batten now. Basically, I've got to make sure the battens are in line with those existing structural parts there, and then the board can basically go all across here and be securely mounted to these battens here, which will be glued in place. So it'll be looking a little bit like that. So it's kind of all the way flush all the way down. So I'll do that all the way around, but the hatch is a bit narrower than the 25mm here. So I think Graham did it to 20. So there's a 5mm gap there. So obviously the board would come up to there, and then there'd be a gap there. So I'm going to put the trim on the hatch, and the way I'm going to do that is probably going to be the same dimension as this. It's not going to be that big, but it's going to be in some kind of nicely varnished timber, or some kind of wood, which would be lovely. And then I will glue that to the frame and kind of sticker flex it in place. That should work on that. And then I also need to secure this batten down here because that's all come off. It was only screwed in successfully on that one there. That's the only one that went through the batten and then through it into the steel. These screws here were all basically missed, so they're all underneath the steel. So that's why that's come apart. So I'll redo that, and then underneath it is all kind of a bit rubbish as well. Every time I touch it, more rust falls off, so I need to kind of re-spray foam all of that and make it all good, and then I can get the board put back on there, or get a new board to put on there. Right, first batten cut to size, that can go in there. I can't get a clamp around there because obviously the hatch door is in the way, so I'm going to be using acro props, which I used when I was doing slow patrol. They're bloody brilliant. So quite a lot of, what's this, Gripful Extra. Acro prop. That'll do. Oh God, I remember these things. It's so damn hard to use. Well, they're not, they're brilliant, but they're tricky. Come on. Right. Right, I've needed 2 props for that one, so it can take a bit longer than I thought. I'm going to spray foam that bit up now, and that will help kind of bond that in place. I've filled up with spray foam. I've cut those other bits there to measure, although I can't actually get one in there because there's not enough gap. So I'm kind of questioning whether I need it, because there's this one here anyway, in order to secure the wall to. But this is in pretty bad shape. It's been held on with 2 screws. This one here just missed it all together. So I'm going to have to trim the end of that off, because that just is going to catch me all the time. I think I'm going to have to take off a lot of this spray foam, kind of make this good again, and then re-spray foam it up. I think that'll be my plan there. Okay, next task is to secure that in again with a few of these self-drilling screws, although I am going through and pre-drilling just to make life easier. Put a few of these in. You know what I'm going to say. In fairness, I'm probably justified in doing it because this board is pretty bad. It's got 4 holes made for where old electric sockets were. It's got quite a bit of damage. It's not exactly, you know what I mean? I know it's got to be done. I'm just starting to get my head around what it means. I've got to take the window trim off, which means I'm going to have to kind of put this trim back or something similar to it for it to kind of work with the rest of the other windows. Although this will be the dinette one, so this could be a bit fancy maybe. I don't know. But then it's not, you know, it's going to start to not look the same. But at the same time, I feel like I've got to take this board down because it's just rubbish. It means I can put another batting in next to that so I don't have that sound all the time. But then I know it's, and that kind of is just ridiculous. But then it's going to mean I'm going to probably want to take that. I mean, I just don't know where it stops now. Oh, blimey. All the screws are knackered, so it just means basically pulling the board off and then going around with the Dremel and knocking all them out. Right, let's do it. Bloody hell, I thought I was bad at cutting straight lines. Jeez. What the hell's that? It's just...
just like resting in there. Hell. I mean, it had to come off, didn't it? Look at the state of this. Right, good, that's in place. Now I can do, what's the next one, is it that one? Right, that's for there. Good, right, let's just glue that in. Oh no, I've run out of spray foam. Oh, maybe not.
I've put another batten in the wall, that's glued in place and obviously spray foamed up. So when the board goes on, at least this board here has got something to bite to on its edge there. Obviously the seam will be covered up. And now, annoyingly, kind of same thing goes for this one here. I might be able to fill that, but that board looks pretty bent now. I think the writing's on the wall, excuse the pun, because once I've kind of got to this stage, I mean, I don't know, because all I keep thinking about is the cost of timber, but I'm kind of thinking it should all kind of come down now. I mean, it mostly is. So, and like this one here, it's got these things in it. Obviously, I can conceal that with a bulkhead maybe if it's in the right place, which actually that one kind of is, but still, like now the window frames are going to be all a bit mismatched, but this is going further backwards than it is forwards. But actually one thing I do need to catch up on is some washing machine admin. Right, so first one is Jason and Louise Harris, all capitals. Underneath Lee, write Barry and Caroline. So move it over a bit so you've got enough room for it all to fit in, Florrie, okay? Yeah, right, thank you so much, Helen Page and Christopher Saunders, Stev Fehoseko. Don't know if I got that one right. Cameron, Barry and Caroline, Lee, Ben, Jason, Louise. Thank you so much, guys. Makes a massive difference. All right, come on, kids, let's go. My kids are so lucky. It's now the summer holidays and I'm taking them today to a timber yard. Oh, they're going to have the best time. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.